Hello. I was working here on a couple of Agilent power supplies. The model is E3646A. And I was not going to make a video about that. Nothing interesting, I just replaced rotary encoders. They are known to fail from time to time. And they are quite cheap and easily available from DigiKey and not difficult to replace. But then I noticed something which might be of interest. Let's have a look. Perhaps you noticed already that this display on the right is much brighter. And first I didn't pay much attention to this, because these are vacuum fluorescent displays or VFDs, and they are known to degrade over time, and if they degrade, pretty much nothing you can do. They are only available from Agilent, if available at all, and they are too expensive. So unless they are broken completely, that's not worth the trouble. It is usable, just not as nice as this one. But then it occurred to me to try swapping these displays. Let's check. So we turn these things off, and let's connect this one here. And there you go. It's bright. And this one, let's connect here. And it is dim. So something must be wrong in the power supply. Let's try to figure out what that is. This is the service manual, and this is the connector to the display module. Pins 3 and 7 are power rails, plus and minus 17.4 volts. Pin 12 is 2.5 volts. And pins 5 and 11 are connected to the filament in the VFD. Pins 1 and 2 and 48, 49. This should be some AC voltage, I believe around 6 volts or so. Let's check. So let's check AC first, pins first and last on the VFD. Yes, we have about 6 volts. And now let's check DC rails. This is the ground, I believe. And pin 3 should be positive, 17, almost 0.3. And pin 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, this one, negative 17.5. No problem at all here. Look at this. I'm using this isolated fluxoscope here because grounding is tricky in this power supply. The ground in the display module is not the same as in the power supply. So let's check this filament voltage using this local ground here. And we have about 8.6 volts peak to peak, 60 Hertz, as expected. But notice the DC bias here. So now I disconnected, and we can see the baseline, the 0 level, and I connect again. We have some positive bias here, but in the good unit let's look at the same thing. Filament. Notice considerable negative bias on this filament. We have the same 8.4 or so volts peak to peak, but substantial negative DC bias. So we can probably see the same thing with the multimeter as well, but of course on the scope it's more visible. So let's see. Positive, let's say 3.5 DC, and in this unit negative 11 volts. And I believe this is the problem. And here I found the transformer winding for the filament in the service manual, and notice this center point, which should be connected to the negative power rail through this Zener diode. Unfortunately, the type is not specified, and we don't know the Zener voltage. And I believe this should provide the negative DC bias here, which is missing. And here I found the Zener diode on the digital board right next to the display connector, a small SMD part, 3 pins, SOT23 package or something like that. And here is the diode checking mode on my multimeter, and this is one way and there is nothing, and if I swap the leads there is also nothing. We should see a diode one way or another, and I believe this Zener diode is dead. Here it is, and I believe I can see a burn mark on it. I'm not sure it is visible right now. By the way, have you noticed that I'm shooting in 4K at the moment? I have just upgraded my camcorder to Panasonic 981. Anyway, I will try to take a closer picture somehow. And this is the service manual for Agilent bench multimeter model 34401A with a similar display, and this part is for the filament, and here this Zener diode is specified as 6.2 volts, and the negative rail here is marked as minus 18 volts, and we measured something closer to minus 17.5. So it makes sense if we subtract 6.2 from minus 17.5, we get around minus 11 volts DC bias. A through-hole replacement part installed. Look at this nice and bright display. So, not all DIMM VFDs are degraded, some of them just don't have proper biasing. They are essentially vacuum tubes, and the biasing should be right for proper operation. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.